Hello. Purpose of this video is to show you mass transfer provided to you by the state of Massachusetts. As you can see, here is the email, the website, www.mass.edu. Okay, you will just click on this. All the information here has been updated within the last few years to make it very user-friendly for the student. Mass transfer provides you with assistance for you to attend state colleges throughout the state. Here is a picture of the schools available. Notice in orange, it's the community colleges, green state universities, and blue, the University of Massachusetts. Okay. This school up here, Mass College of Liberal Arts, used to be North Adams State. You notice these are all the community colleges. State universities, they used to be Bridgewater State College, Fitchburg State College. They became universities a few years ago, and in so doing, supposedly up to the standards. And then we have the university system. There are 4 schools involved in that. Okay. I'm going to go over to the Gen Ed Foundation. This is extremely important. This is the campus directory again, so I'm not going to click on that again. So what you'll see here is the Gen Ed Foundation, then major courses that would be related to what your specific major is. Elective courses, you're allowed to bring in so many, like basically not free, but courses of your choice. And then your additional major and elective courses, basically this is taken at the 4-year college. Okay, so here we have the Gen Ed courses. Now here it states, these Gen Ed courses are the foundation of your degree. This is basically the same in any state. New Hampshire has the same thing, Rhode Island has the same thing. They may call it something else, okay? The courses may have different names, but basically they're the same thing. So wherever you go to college, in essence, a college degree signifies that you've completed at least this core of subjects, or these Gen Ed, general education, that's what that means, courses. Okay, the way they've made this user-friendly is you can put in here now, you can click on this college that you're in, the community college. So notice, I did that, all right, and over here it has credits. Okay, there's 34 credits, and these are the Gen Ed requirements, okay? Notice there are 9 credits in the behavioral and social sciences. Since every course is worth 3 credits, that would be 3 classes in the behavioral and social sciences, 3 in the humanities and fine arts, 2 in the natural or physical science. 1 would be a lab, which is 4 credits, and then 1 doesn't have to be a lab. English composition, everyone has to take 101 and 102. And then math, 1 course. So then you click on go. Now, this is how this is so user-friendly. All of these classes here, all listed, are classes specific to Bristol Community College. If you picked another college, they might have different names or different courses, but basically they're the same type. All right, so these are the behavioral and social sciences. Again, you would pick 3 of these classes. So if you were going to go into something like criminal justice, obviously you would take Intro to Criminal Justice as one of your 3. But if not, and instead you're going into some kind of business, you might end up taking economics. Okay, so a lot of students take the basic general psychology, and a lot of students take the sociology. All right, but again, you pick 3 in this area to fulfill that behavioral science requirement. Then you have 3 in the humanities and fine arts. All right, so again, you're going to pick 3 courses from all of these listed. Look at this, all these music classes, all these art classes, photography classes. Okay, then you also have all your languages. You also have your history. Okay, ASL classes. Here's a class over here, Fundamentals of Public Speaking. A lot of courses or programs of study require that. Notice here also you can take a class on puppet mask workshop, okay, if you're in the theater. So again, there's many different courses that you can take in this area. You click again to the top. Now I need 2 courses in the natural physical sciences. Okay. And here are astronomy classes, ecology, chemistry, biology, basically all the sciences. And again, notice some of these are 4 credits, some of them are 3 credits, and there's only a couple that are just 2 credits. All right. Here are the English composition courses that you must take. Everyone has to take the same, English 101 and English 102, writing classes. Here we have a list of the math classes. You only have to take 1 math class. You believe that? You only have to take 1 math class. Again, if you're planning on majoring in elementary education, obviously you'd probably end up having to take 2. But in order to fulfill your gen ed requirement, you only need to take 1 math class. Again, if you're an engineering major, you're going to end up taking all these calculus classes and these other classes. Okay, so that's basically the gen eds, and I think it's extremely important that you look at these and that you pick out classes before you meet with your advisor. Okay, you should have a sense of exactly what your plan is for however long you plan on being at Bristol Community College. You want to make sure that the courses that you are taking fulfill your requirements for your degree. Or if you just plan on staying at BCC for a year and a half, whatever it is, I would think that maybe you would want to make sure that all your courses count towards some kind of a degree. Okay, so we went through the Gen Ed Foundation. Now A to B. What is A to B? What does that mean? A to B is basically what this whole thing is about, which is Associates A to B. Get it? A to B. And that's what this is about. All right. And it's an approved program from the community colleges so that you can transfer to a state university or state or university in Mass school. Now, choosing your major. What this basically gives you is the mapped options that you have available to you. And I want you to make sure, that you understand the difference between a mapped program and a linked program. So back in the day, okay, we traveled using maps, and the map showed you exactly where you had to go, all right? The route you were going to take to get to your goal. That's what these mapped options are. These mapped options are going to tell you exactly what classes you have to take at BCC, okay, to fulfill your requirements or to help you to complete your 4-year degree. So what you will do is you're going to start at a community college. All right, you do not have to stay at the community college for 2 years. You can transfer anytime you want, basically. All right, so what we're going to do here is choose a community college where you intend to start. So here I'm going to click again on Bristol. And then I'm going to click on where do I want to go? I want to go to Bridgewater. Let's see. And I want to major in criminal justice. Okay. Then I'm going to go down and I'm going to click Show A to B Mapped Degrees. Now I want to make sure that you realize that you just keep going down on this. It looks like there's nothing there, but something has popped up, as you can see. Now, see over here that says Mapped? You'll click on that. All right. And now, give it a minute. And this is showing you the classes that you will take, or you should take, at Bristol Community College. It then, see the green, that means it's a go. This equals this at Bridgewater State College. So if you were a freshman at Bridgewater State College, all right, university, I should say, you would be taking, well, let's take one with a different name. You would be taking crime theory, okay? At BCC, you're going to take criminology. But basically, you're going to get the same 3 credits, okay? And it's going to go towards your major. These courses fulfill requirements in the major component of the degree. Important, okay? Notice how these all say major. So that means that you would take these courses at BCC and you're guaranteed that they will accept them at Bridgewater and they will count towards your major. All right. Now, we're going to go back. I'm going to do that again. Now I'm going to go to, let's see, I'm going to go to UMass Dartmouth. And I'm going to go into business. And I'm going to see if they have any mapped degrees. Mapped pathways, I should say. And again, they do. Look at this. They have all these mapped pathways, right? Now, if you notice, they're all different. They're very specific over here, all right? You might want to get a degree in finance. Instead, you might want to get one in marketing. You might want to get one in small business entrepreneurship. So again, let's show you this. A to B map standard. This pathway provides you with a map of courses to take at your community college that has been specifically developed for your intended bachelor's program at your state university or UMass. It guarantees that your courses will transfer as indicated on the map as general education and/or major requirements in your baccalaureate program. Baccalaureate meaning bachelor's degree. All right, so I'm going to just click on one of these. And again, you notice, these are the courses that you would take at Bristol Community College. Okay, this is what they will count to as at UMass Dartmouth. Notice over here, courses fulfill requirements in both the major and the general education components of the degree. So there's a little difference here, which is, that's only positive. Again, these are all greens, meaning it's a go. And then they recommend these math classes. Again, they recommend math 131 and 251. And that's equal to, notice the difference here. It's equal to this one math class at UMass. And again, that's not part of the major, it's part of the gen eds. So remember how we had to take one math class? So this is basically what you would take. All right, you take these 2 classes at BCC to get this 1 3-credit fulfillment at UMass Dartmouth. Okay. They also recommend other classes that you would take down here. All right, I'm going to do just a couple more of these because I think it's important, because I want to show you now the difference. So now I want to go into engineering at UMass Dartmouth, which is what they're known for. Okay, they have a very good program. So I want to go into engineering. And then I want to see the map degrees. Notice, there are no mapped pathways of this type approved between BCC and UMass Dartmouth. Okay? That's extremely important. So they don't have a list of things that they're not guaranteeing you what to do. And here is where I want to show you the difference between a mapped program, which is the examples I showed you, and a linked. The A to B linked, although A to B linked agreements guarantee 60 credits will transfer. Whether the credits are applied in your major or as general education or electives is at the discretion of the receiving institution. This is huge. You need to understand this, okay? Because you're not guaranteed. Again, this is basically what it's telling you. They're not guaranteeing you that the courses that you take at BCC, okay, are going to count as a major course. It's not that you're not going to receive the credits for it, but is it going to be a requirement that they accept? You know, like you remember all those, the green, where this is equal to this? They don't have that. There's not that agreement in these linked programs. Okay, and engineering is one of them. So again, here we look at, these are all mapped programs, and now here, notice even in business, we also have linked programs. Okay, going from BCC to UMass. Here again, we have engineering. Okay, engineering, it's listed as a linked program. Okay, so again, they're not going to give you or talk to you about any specific courses. This is basically what you will see. And this is an advisor, and that is what you will do when you apply to the BCC, from BCC to UMass in engineering. Okay, so that is very, very important that you understand that. Okay, now we're going to talk about the application. Basically, the applications are online and they're here for you. All you have to do is click on them, all right? And then the rest is up to you. This is extremely important, the dates. I know someone that applied late, a mass transfer. Notice if you want to go to college in September, if you don't apply by March 1st, you will not fall under the mass transfer agreement. That's huge. Same thing, if you want to go in January, you have to apply before October 15th. This is huge. Okay, so make sure you're aware of that. How do you qualify for the mass transfer tuition credit? This is something separate. Okay, this means basically that you're going to get money back if you get a 3.0 cum, all right, meaning you have at least a B average, all right. You enroll at a state university. I want you to really, really listen to what I'm saying here. Within 1 year graduating from community college, you have to have that 3.0. And then what happens is you end up getting money back after you've, obviously, you have to get the 3.0 cum, and then you get retroactive, you'll get your money back, credit back. Now, again, here's the fine print. Students must matriculate into state-funded academic programs. And here's the line. Since evening, weekend, summer, and other continuing education programs are not state-funded, students matriculating into those programs will not receive the tuition credit. So what does that mean? That means that you have to go to school during the day. So you cannot continue at the university or college to finish your degree at night. You must be enrolled as a day student if you want to get this money back and you have a 3.0 cum. Okay, so again, make sure you realize that there's usually always some fine print somewhere. Sorry. This Commonwealth commitment. This is basically provided again by the state. And what it does is it's going to give you that money back that I just talked about. Okay. You get a 10% off your tuition and mandatory fees. That's huge. Okay. Again, you have to, students commit to this. This is your commitment. Again, this is what I talked about a minute ago. You have to complete your bachelor's degree within 2 more years. You have to maintain full-time continuous enrollment and a 3.0 GPA. Okay, you have to have a minimum of 12 credits, 14 credits at the state university, right? So compare savings. Here they talk about, again, here's the mass transfer, the gen ed that we talked about. You can transfer with GPA of 2.0, and then you're going to save 11%. So now say you continue on and you get your associate's degree, which is what most students do. And then they go on, well, now they've saved 28% by attending the community college. Again, these are the things you transfer with a 2.0. If you transfer with a GPA of 2.5, you're guaranteed admission. So what does that mean? That means you're not guaranteed admission with just a 2.0. All right, you have to understand what that means. So you're not guaranteed admission with just a 2.0. And the last one, the mass transfer credit, tuition credit. Okay, that's if you have a 3.0 or more. Again, if you continue on and you have that 3.0, then you'll get this money back. Okay. So again, it will, if you start at BCC and then you go to Bridgewater, this will tell you how much money you're going to save. Also, be aware of this. State University UMass average does not include Mass College of Art or Design or Mass Maritime Academy. Does not include additional costs such as non-mandatory fees, books, room, board, and living expenses. So there's all these little notes that you really need to look at and be aware of. Okay. So this is something that you should always be able to go back and refer to, but it's important that you have a basic idea of what it's all about.